Hi everyone, welcome to this new video of Le Manouche in which I want to show you the difference between a glossy surface and a matte surface. For this, we will take a very small electronic product because usually they have a screen which is a very high glossy surface. That should give you a good understanding of how the light impacts your product and how to treat this different type of surfaces. Okay, for those who want to go further and learn more, you can also download the free videos which I have prepared, in which I explain how I use sketching to develop my ideas, develop my details, and to create better products. Because in the end, sketching is not something to do beautiful drawings. It's a tool that you can use to improve the quality of your products, communicate your ideas with your colleagues, and really make some progress toward doing better design. Okay, so let's have a look at this now. So at first I will just rebuild this very quick drawing. So let's say that it's a sort of MP3 player. For those who, like me, who still use MP3, I still have my old iPod, which I love so much. And then I will draw also a side view here. And same thing here. Okay, and then shadows. Okay, so let's go with this little MP3 and how to build the screen. So first, as I say, you always start with the shadow. It's very important because that helps you to know where to place all the shading after. So for example, here I place the shadow on this side, which means that this will be light and this will be darker. Okay, so very important that if you want to simplify your life or just simplify your sketching, it's important to start with the shadow. And now we'll build directly this thing. So how to build this thing? It's very simple. The difference between a matte surface and a glossy surface is how the light diffuse along this surface. So if the light comes from here, okay, and you have the little light here, tac, 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 the little sun. If it's a matte surface, you have a smooth gradient that goes from here to the other side, and this gradient is constant. But if you have a glossy surface, there's no gradient. So it's a very sharp transition between light and the color of the surface. Which means that we need to recreate this here and here. Okay, so very simple. You take a very black marker. Don't take a C7 or C8, you take a very black. So here it's 100, but I could also use a C10 and that would do the job. The light comes from here, and you see that this is like 90 degrees, okay? So if my light comes from here on this one, I will just recreate this very sharp line, and then I will come and fill inside. So I will have this result. So you need to be precise, because what matters when you use markers is how precise you will be. And here I have a small gap, because in fact the design that I created has this sort of separation between the two parts. So imagine that this is a bit rubbery and this is glossy. You have like a very thin edge, which is here somehow. So that's why here it's also on this corner. So what we do to go from here to here is that we take these 4 points and we bring them here, okay? And you redo the same thing, so which means that this point, which is close to this area, and this point is more or less here, okay? So you just reproject this here, and then you come and fill inside with very long lines. Okay. If you have like small white areas, it's okay, because things that are very reflective can reflect anything. So if you have a studio around, it could reflect anything which is in the studio. So if you have small areas of white, that's okay. But for me, I like to be very clean and very precise. So I just keep it like this. And let's say that this is also part of, it's not really the screen, but that would be a black plastic. I will also have it like this. So now if I want to go from here to here, what I do is that, so I use this one here. Oops, no. Okay, so I put a bit of highlighters here, but in fact I should put first all the shading in. So I take a C3, so C2 would do the job also. And I will just put marker everywhere. I need to put marker. And I will come with my highlighter now, and I will fill these areas. Again, I go from one side to the other with very long lines. I don't try to do, I try to minimize the amount of lines. And I somehow reproduce a gradient here, so it's darker here and lighter here. That's the thing I was trying to explain here, that the light always travels on your surface. But if it's matte, then the gradient is constant and smooth, and if it's glossy, it's very sharp. So I reproduce this gradient here. This is toward the shadow, so I add another layer on it to make it darker. And then I can come back with my black pencil and reinforce this here. Okay, don't forget the logo. So here we have a Le Manouche. Le Manouche. Also, always try to go in the details and add, as you build things, try to improve your design as much as you can. And now we'll come with the last part, which is the white pen. So the white pen, I will use it to create a highlight here, and also to clean up a little bit, because it was a bit, you had some black markers here. So I come and I clean it up. Same thing here, and then same thing here. Same thing happens on this edge, because the light travels on the surface, disappears in the gap, and then it hits the other gap on the orange surface. And you have some here, same thing happens here. Same thing happens here. Here. And here I will do a small detail, which it's not very logical, but I want to insist that these are different surfaces. So I will take a bit of white and come very quickly, just to show that, you see, to emphasize this edge. You shouldn't see it so much because the light comes from here, so it's this edge that is very white. But in this case, when you sketch, you always sort of caricature a little bit the reality. You don't really draw the exact reality. You try to make your thing understandable. Yeah. Okay, and this gradient that I did, I can also reproduce it here. Okay, so I will come with my black pencil and reinforce very smoothly, so it's very light. And I will recreate the gradient here a little bit. And you see here, I did it not very smooth, so that's why it's a bit, it's actually not very good. I did it a little bit better here, even if this was a bit more dirty. So I'll try to catch up with that, but let's see if it's better. Okay, so I just leave it like that. Okay, so that gives you an idea and a better understanding of how the light travels on surfaces which are matte and surfaces which are glossy. Okay, so I hope this was useful. If you have some questions and if you don't understand something, just leave some comments under the video somewhere. I can always come back and help you. It also helps me to build next videos, because if there's something you don't understand, then I know what to show you next time. So thank you for watching. Still feel free to download the free videos which I have prepared, in which I explain about all the techniques I use about creativity and sketching. Okay, thank you guys, and see you in the next video. Cheers, bye.